Hi, everyone. Welcome to Kiki and Kibitz. It's Mary, and I'm here with today's edition of Love After Lockup, Life After Lockup, Love During Lockup, Word on the Street. So let's hop right in. So, first, I want to get into Derek and Monique, more specifically, Derek. So, here we see Derek and Monique in their lovey dovey couple pictures beginning strong in the new year 2023, all lovey-dovey. Now, it has come to my attention through Reddit, Tracy Trendy, according to Amber. Everyone has covered this. Derek's mom was tragically murdered in 2013. Now, this was covered on the show, The First 48, and you could watch it. It is on Peacock, and on Peacock, it is labeled as season 15, episode 8. On Amazon Prime, it is season 14, episode 3. And the episode is called Killer Connections / Bloody Birthday. And the story behind this murder is so tragic and senseless. And I just wanted to cover it for you guys. I know Tracy covered it already. Amber covered it on her channel. So I just wanted to cover it for you guys from my perspective. I watched the first 48 episode and I was practically in tears because this murder is so senseless. So let's get right into it. So this is Crystal Marie Pinkins. She was celebrating her 41st birthday on August 16th of 2013. And in the early morning hours of the 17th, she was shot once in the head in her car as she was riding in the passenger seat, I should say. She had a male friend driving her car, and there's conflicting accounts. Her friend said there was no words exchanged. There's other accounts that there was an argument, but basically a man opened fire on her car and she was shot once in the head. And she died. She died on her 41st birthday. Can you imagine having to live knowing that your mother died on her birthday? And finding out the details behind this murder that was so senseless, it just breaks my heart. So let's get into this. This is an article after I watched the first 48 episode. I did a little Google research, and this is an article about the murder. And this is her obituary that I found, and it's just so sad. The first 48 episode said that Crystal left behind 6 children, 5 boys and 1 girl. So one has to assume that this murder occurred before Elizabeth transitioned. Okay, she was shot with a 9mm gun. They found at least 4 9mm casings in her car. Okay, so what happened was basically that Crystal was in her car and they were out celebrating. They went to a bar / nightclub, her and her male friend. They were only there for a little while, apparently. Crystal was leaving with her friend in the car. And she decided to pour her drink out. So she opened up the passenger door. Her friend, slowed down as he was driving, and she poured her drink out. There was a black Dodge Magnum parked, at the curb, and there was 2 guys standing there. One of them was this dude, Terrence Bird, and he, had priors for robbery, concealed weapon, and so she pours out her drink, and Terrence's friend, Deshaun, gets into a verbal confrontation, and he kicks the passenger side door of the car. And Crystal closes the door. The car starts driving away. And this character who says he wasn't trying to shoot nobody, just to kill nobody, shot at the car 4 times. This is Dre Sean Congress, 28 years old, priors for burglary. Okay, so he decides he's going to shoot at the car 4 times just to shoot at the car. Immediately after shooting at the car. Now, mind you, this is all caught on video surveillance from the club. The first guy, this dude, Terrence Bird, turns around and pistol whips another dude. Okay. Now, where did they get the gun? Dre Sean pulled his gun out from under the hood of the car. And Terrence, this dude, had a gun in the car. Okay. So Terrence goes and gets his gun from the car and turns around and pistol whips a dude. And Terrence and his boy Dre Sean, who just finished shooting at Crystal, and now Crystal is like, with mortal injuries. Dre Sean and Terrence turn around and beat up and stomp on another dude. Then they get into their black Dodge Magnum and drive off like nothing happened. So after the detectives review the surveillance and they see the Dodge Magnum, they can't make out the license plate. So they put out a bolo for the car. And about a half an hour later, they're about 6 hours into the investigation at this point. About a half an hour later, a black Dodge Magnum with 2 young black men who fit the description of who they're looking for are pulled over. And Terrence and Dre Sean are in the car. And boom, they find a gun under the hood, just like in the surveillance video. So here we see Terrence asking the detectives, so what am I being charged with though? Because he claims when he heard gunshots, he ran. He's been shot 6 times in the past before. So you hear gunshots in the hood, you run. So he claims he ran when he heard gunshots. And the detectives are like, dude, we have the video. We saw everything. So when there's a crime being commenced and you're there, you're part of the crime. So what are you being charged with? A whole bunch of shit, dude. And then Dre Sean, when they tell Dre Sean that Crystal is dead, he just kind of blinks at them like, oh, okay. Like he has no concept that shooting at a car 4 times for no reason, just because you felt disrespected, would possibly cause somebody injury or death. No, it never occurred to him. Never occurred to him. So Dre Sean was convicted of murder, and his next parole hearing date is June of 2031. Terrence was convicted of a felony assault, gun possession, and all this other good stuff. And his expected release date is August 25th of 2027. So, hey, Terrence is getting out in approximately 5 years. This is just so senseless to me. How a non-argument, that wasn't even something to argue over. She was pouring her drink out and he kicked the passenger side of her car. Why? Why, Dre Sean? Why did you have to do that? And you took her away from her family. She had 6 children. And from what I understand, watching this episode of the first 48, she was the light of her family. She was the major thread that kept her family together. She had a business. She was an interior designer. And she was out celebrating her birthday. I mean, why not? It was her 41st birthday. She just bought herself a new car. She was out celebrating, and because of your stupidity, now she's gone. So this is Crystal's mom, Veronica Pinkins, Derek's grandmother. She spoke about how she has to be there for Crystal's children because now Crystal is gone. And here is Aubriana, Derek's sister. She didn't speak, but you could see the pain in her face for losing her mother. I didn't see Derek, but they showed his other siblings, and they were really young, and they were devastated. They were very, very devastated. So this is Derek's mom, Crystal Pinkins. She was celebrating her 41st birthday when she was murdered in a senseless murder for no reason at all. And I just, my heart goes out to her family because she was taken away from them, and they will always remember the circumstances and the day. The day is especially tragic. Like the episode was unfortunately titled Bloody Birthday. Now, moving on to current events in Derek's life, there's been lots of speculation about what's going on with Derek and Monique. Okay, are they together? Are they not together? Because Derek's sisters are talking a lot of crap. Monique is insisting that they're together. I just want to put this out there. New Year's Eve, Derek posted this picture on the left of a bottle he received from his sister. There was music in the background and all this other stuff. And then his sister posted a picture on the right with this bottle, you know, same type of bottle. Were they together? Were they in the same club? I don't know. Was Derek spending New Year's with his sister? Was Derek spending New Year's with Monique? Was this New Year's picture that Monique posted, you know, of them wishing everyone a happy new year, a picture from a month ago? We don't know. This is all speculation. I just want to put this out there. And speaking of putting it out there, Monique and Derek's family are putting it out there. These are more comments that are going back and forth. Derek's sister, Aubriana, posted this to her story, making fun of Monique's size again. Then Monique responds with a comment that Derek made about her size, that she's sexy as hell. And Derek puts up a story that he wants, you know, he wants our opinions. Do you think that you could fall in love with someone without meeting them? And in 2023, he says, let's normalize falling in love again. But things have been getting extremely nasty between Monique and Derek's sisters. As Tracy Trendy covered in her video, Derek's sisters put out the picture of Monique with her baby that passed, the one that Monique talked about. And, you know, there's really no reason for that. And they're, you know, talking about that Monique couldn't carry the baby couldn't survive because Monique was so big, and all these other disgusting, disparaging remarks that there's really no need for. There's really no need for. And I agree with Monique for her not to feed into that toxicity. But Monique has been feeding into her own toxicity by attacking Elizabeth and with transphobic comments. So, like I keep saying, two wrongs do not make a right. So here is Monique responding to what the sisters have been doing with posting the picture of her and her child that passed away. And on the right is Derek's response to what Monique posted. Okay. And, you know, I see a lot of other people are saying that Monique is taking the high road with this. And I want to say that, yes, Monique is taking the high road, but she's slinging her own dirt back. And two wrongs do not make a right. So, as you see here, she is slinging her own dirt at Aubriana, talking about that Aubriana's son got taken away from her because he or she got into Aubriana's edibles. And that's what I just mean about her throwing her dirt. You know, if you want to take the high road, when someone throws dirt at you, you just let them. Silence sometimes is the best way to go. And by throwing dirt back, you know, you're just bringing yourself down to their level. So as you see here in this thread, Aubriana is, of course, fat shaming Monique again. And Calandra, Monique's sister, jumps into this and she talks about beating Aubriana's ass. And that's when Monique brings up, let's see here. You too busy watching us. That's why you're not watching your son, because how was he able to get a hold of your edibles? That's where your focus should be instead of worrying about my weight and who your brother dealing with. Go be a mother. You know, so, I mean, if you really want to take the high road, stop slinging dirt back. Silence sometimes it's the best high road to take. Just saying. And speaking of Calandra, you know, I honestly think out of this whole hot mess express, she is the classiest one. She stands by her sister no matter what. She sees the trash that is on the other side, because let's be honest, there is trash on all sides. Derek's side, Monique's side, there is just trash everywhere. And Calandra just tries to be the classy voice of reason, and she got her sister's back, and I appreciate her. I really do. I appreciate her. Moving on to other Love After Lockup cast members this season. We have Michael and Justine hanging out with family. It is all about the family for them this season. So they're hanging out with the whole family, and Justine is showing how she is blending the family. So Nova says, "You're my best Juju," and she says, "You're my best Nova." Cute, really cute. By the way, I saw a little clip of Justine's live, and apparently she had, oh no, I'm sorry, Michael's live, one of their lives. They go live so much. I don't know who's who anymore. Justine has a kidney infection. Okay, so Justine, I hope you get better. Now we have Skylar. I can't wait to like meet her on screen. Like, we haven't even met her. It's like this anticipation of meeting her. So hopefully this week we finally get to meet her. So we have Skylar's daughter and Skylar and Nathan going out for a quick dinner. Now, if you guys haven't checked out my last word on the street with the Life After Lockup cast, you better, because you know that I know that you know that I'm going to be right about the cast. So go check that out. And now we all know what Lindsay was arrested for. And we all know about Lindsay's rap sheet. But do we know what Blaine was arrested for in the past? Oh, Blaine. Look at this mugshot, Blaine. Jeez. Black eye and everything. My goodness. We have Brittany on New Year's Eve, and Brittany Vegas bound. And Dustin is getting new ink. I really hope that he is doing well. You know, honestly, I'm not going to hate on Dustin and Jessica, even though I think Jessica is like really dumb in many ways, especially for leaving her daughter with this guy that she doesn't even know. But I do hope things work out, you know, and I hope, you know, she's happy and J- Dustin, you know, everything works out with them, but we all know probably won't. And we have Curtis. Honestly, I don't know what Curtis is up to. I think he's still living in the storage unit. And we have Kayla saying ciao to 2022, and I feel her. I am so ready for this year. Clean slate, high goals. I'm reaching the top of the ladder. And we have Boston. Boston, you know, she likes to post food to her stories. And guys, drop me a comment and let me know if you think this is appetizing. But Jessica's son with his licorice there, that looks appetizing to me. Now, speaking of Jessica, it wouldn't be a word on the street without Mandy and Maurice. Now, guys, I have an announcement to make. Check this out. Mandy has blocked me. I find that so fucking amusing. So, anyway, we have Maurice driving what seems like the moving truck with his knees apparently because he has all this money in his hand and he's driving. So I don't know how he could drive without his hands on the steering wheel. So he must be driving with his knees. And since, of course, I can't get a hold of the real Mandy, I look at the fake Mandy stories and I love this. So if the real Mandy wants to block me, the fake Mandy can hit me up anytime. And oh, wait, guys, I almost forgot. Give me 1 second. I have a video to show you. 1 moment. It's one of my famous Mandy Reese videos. Yes, Mandy and Maurice have moved into their new apartment, guys. Okay, they moved into their new apartment. And they have bad luck. You cannot believe the string of bad luck that they have. Oh my goodness. Check this out. Okay. Only Mandy and Maurice would have this bad luck. Check this out. So they got their appliances today. Fucking moving truck fire. Can you believe? Only Mandy and Maurice would have a fire in their truck. They have the worst string of bad luck, those two. I swear, you know, it's like bad luck follows them. Bad luck should be their middle name. I don't know. I don't know. And of course, it wouldn't be a word on the street without Lacey and Shane. I don't have anything on Lacey besides her advertising her OnlyFans. So Shane is in the car driving. 2023 is here. And of course, I have to throw in a picture of Jessica and her adorable son and an update on Jessica's ankle. She could finally drive her car again. Yay, Jessica. Now, I'm going to close out this word on the street with this is Arias. The two things. This is Arias showing a picture of her food. And she would like to know why he is disrespecting her rice with all the sugar and putting all the steak sauce on her steak. I would say because the food doesn't look very appetizing to begin with, But you guys drop me a line and let me know what you think. That's just my non-professional professional opinion. And this is Cameron's advice to everyone. And this is how I'm going to close out this edition of Word on the Street. So give me one moment.
Positive affirmation for the day. Stay the fuck out the way of fuck shit. Sometimes, like, I just really just sit back and ponder on life. And today it hit me. This nigga Nelly really said he like manicured toes. And you bitches ate that shit up. You bitches let that nigga get away with that shit.
So, whatever that is supposed to mean, Cameron, I don't know if I agree with it, but sure. Thank you very much for watching me. Please subscribe if you don't already. Hit the like button. Please check out my site, wordonthestreetreality.com, for all the hottest tea for 90 Day Fiance, Love After Lockup, and more. And please don't forget to check out Brianna and I every Sunday at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. West Coast time for our Love After Lockup recap. You never know who might be on screen with us, and you never know who might be in the comments. And actually, this Sunday, we are going to be collaborating with Constant Reality Podcast. So please check us out. And thank you so much. Bye.